Have you ever wondered why some people work themselves to exhaustion, grinding for years, sacrificing their time, their health, their peace, and still remain financially stuck? While others seem to rise effortlessly, earning more, living better, building wealth without destroying themselves in the process? Have you ever questioned why society keeps repeating the same message? Work hard, work harder, hustle more, push more, yet the majority of people who follow that advice never get rich. Today, I want to reveal something that society never teaches you, something that breaks the myth most people believe about wealth. You do not need to work hard to get rich. Hard work is not the determining factor of wealth. Hard work alone will not save you, will not free you, will not build the life you dream of. In fact, millions of people work hard every day and stay broke. They work long hours, they sacrifice everything. They give their energy to jobs that barely pay them enough to survive. They work harder and harder, yet they stay in the exact same place. And the reason is simple. Hard work is not the path to wealth. Smart leverage is. And once you understand this shift, once you understand what actually creates wealth, everything in your life will begin to change. You see, society conditions people from childhood to believe that working harder makes you more deserving, more valuable, more successful. But if hard work truly led to wealth, every construction worker would be rich, every factory worker would be rich, every cleaner, every cashier, every delivery driver, every nurse, every teacher would be wealthy beyond belief. These people work incredibly hard, harder than most of the wealthy ever will, and yet they struggle financially. Why? Because hard work only pays when it's applied to the right thing. Hard work in the wrong system, in the wrong environment, under the wrong structure, keeps you trapped. It burns your energy, but never compounds. Wealth is not about effort. Wealth is about direction. You do not get rich by working harder. You get rich by working smarter, by leveraging time, by leveraging systems, by leveraging skills, by leveraging money, by leveraging opportunities, and especially by leveraging other people's knowledge, abilities, and infrastructure. Wealth happens not because you push harder, but because you push smarter. Let's go deeper into this. Most people operate under what I call the labor mindset. This mindset tells you that your income is directly connected to your hours. The more hours you work, the more money you earn. This mindset is the foundation of the working class. Society trains people to trade time for money, but time is limited. You only have 24 hours in a day and you cannot multiply time. So, if you trade time for money, your income will always be capped. You can never earn more than your time allows. This is why hardworking people stay broke. Their entire system of earning is broken. They rely on the most limited resource they have, their time. Wealthy people, on the other hand, operate under a completely different mindset, the leverage mindset. They understand that money is made not by labor, but by leverage. They look for ways to multiply their effort. They build systems, income streams, and structures that earn money even when they are not physically working. They use automation, delegation, technology, investments, intellectual property, business models, assets, all forms of leverage, to detach their income from their hours. This is why someone can work 10 hours a day and stay broke, while another person works 2 hours and becomes wealthy. The difference is not effort. The difference is leverage. Hard work creates exhaustion. Leverage creates wealth. And this is the shift that you must understand if you want to change your financial life forever. You do not need to work harder. You need to learn how to leverage. But what does leverage actually look like? Let's break it down in a way most people never hear. There are 4 main types of leverage: time leverage, skill leverage, financial leverage, and technological leverage. And wealthy people use all 4, while most people use none. Time leverage is the ability to earn money from activities that do not require your presence. For example, building a business that generates revenue without you doing all the tasks, creating content that earns money long after it's created, building an online product that sells automatically, or owning a rental property that earns rent without your daily involvement. Time leverage frees you from the trap of trading hours for dollars. Skill leverage is mastering skills that multiply your income. Skills like sales, communication, writing, leadership, investing, problem solving, creativity, automation. Skills that make you valuable beyond the limitation of your labor. Most people never build high leverage skills. They build skills designed to maintain jobs, not build wealth. Wealthy people invest time learning skills that pay them forever. Then there's financial leverage, using money to make more money. Investing in stocks, real estate, businesses, assets that grow without your continuous effort. Poor and middle-class people fear investing because it feels risky. Wealthy people fear not investing because they know their money loses value if it doesn't grow. They understand that money sitting still is money dying. Money working is money multiplying. And finally, technological leverage, using systems, software, automation, tools, platforms, and digital assets to scale your impact. Technology builds wealth faster than any other force today. One digital product can be sold thousands of times. One automated system can handle work that previously required 10 employees. One online platform can reach millions of people with zero physical labor. Technology is the great equalizer, but only for those who learn how to use it. Once you understand leverage, you realize something shocking. Hard work without leverage is just survival. Hard work with leverage becomes exponential. And this is the real reason why wealthy people don't work hard in the traditional sense. It's not because they're lazy. It's because they work strategically. They know where to put their energy. They know which efforts produce long-term results. They know how to create systems that do the heavy lifting for them, and they know how to use their mind, not their muscles, to build wealth. But here's the truth. Most people are terrified of leverage. They think it's risky. They think it's complicated. They think it's unrealistic. They think it's not for them. So they stay in the comfort zone of hard work. They cling to the belief that effort equals income because it feels familiar, predictable, safe. But safety is an illusion. The job you think is secure can disappear tomorrow. The income you think is stable can shrink overnight. The system you trust is the same system designed to keep you working hard without ever getting ahead. Leverage is not risky. Staying stuck in labor-based income is risky. Another reason people avoid leverage is because it requires learning. It requires upgrading your identity. It requires stepping into discomfort. It requires shifting from being an employee to thinking like an owner. Most people never make this shift. They stay trapped in the belief that their worth comes from how hard they work, not how intelligently they work. They don't realize that their job rewards effort, but wealth rewards results. And results come from leverage. You do not need to work harder to get rich. What you need is clarity. What you need is strategy. What you need is systems. What you need is assets. What you need is a different way of thinking about money, time, and value. Wealthy people ask different questions. Instead of, how can I work more hours? They ask, how can I earn more without more hours? Instead of, how can I save money? They ask, how can I multiply money? Instead of, how can I get a raise? They ask, how can I create value? Instead of, how can I be promoted, they ask, how can I become irreplaceable? Instead of, how can I do this task? They ask, how can I automate this task? Wealth is achieved not through effort, but through elevation. Elevating your thinking, elevating your skills, elevating your systems. Let me share something powerful. Every wealthy person you admire has at least one form of leverage that works for them, even when they're asleep. Always. Their money works for them. Their business works for them. Their content works for them. Their systems work for them. Their investments work for them. They do not rely on their physical effort because physical effort is the most limited resource a human being has. They rely on leveraged effort, effort that multiplies, compounds, expands beyond their own capabilities. That is why wealth becomes predictable for them, not because of luck, not because of privilege, not because of connections, but because they understand the mechanics of leverage. And once you understand this, your entire life transforms. You start seeing opportunities everywhere. You start questioning the old beliefs you once followed. You start asking why you trade hours for money. You start realizing that your job is not your income. Your skills and leverage are. You start noticing the difference between busy work and valuable work. You stop chasing overtime and start building assets. You stop thinking like a worker and start thinking like a builder. You stop believing in hustle culture and start believing in strategic scaling. Wealth stops feeling impossible and starts feeling mechanical, a process, a formula, a system that anyone can follow if they shift how they think. But let's go deeper into the psychological side of this. Most people associate hard work with morality. They think, if I work harder, I'm a good person. If I take the smart route, I'm lazy. But wealthy people do not attach morality to work. They attach strategy to work. They ask, what is the most intelligent use of my energy? Hard work does not guarantee wealth, but strategic work increases the likelihood of wealth dramatically. And yet society glorifies the wrong thing. It glorifies exhaustion. It glorifies sacrifice. It glorifies burnout. It glorifies suffering as if suffering is noble. But there is nothing noble about working yourself into a grave while barely surviving. There is nothing noble about spending your life exhausted, stressed, financially insecure, and unaware of your own potential. You deserve more than survival. You deserve a life of freedom, stability, options, peace, and purpose. And the path to that life is not more hard work. It is more leverage. So how do you begin? Start by shifting your identity. Stop seeing yourself as a worker and start seeing yourself as a creator, a builder, a strategist, an investor. Your identity shapes your behavior. Your behavior shapes your results. Next, start mastering one high leverage skill, something that increases your value exponentially. Then begin building assets, even small ones. A small investment, a small digital product, a small business idea, a small automated system, a small piece of content. Every small asset is a seed, and seeds grow. Then question everything you do. Ask yourself, does this task create leverage, or am I just working hard for the sake of working hard? Does this activity multiply my effort or keep me trapped in effort? Does this habit build wealth or delay wealth? You will be shocked at how many parts of your life are based on labor, not leverage. And once you see it, you can change it. Let me leave you with this. You were not born to hustle until you burn out. You were not born to struggle endlessly. You were not born to work hard for money. Money should work hard for you. And the moment you embrace this truth, the moment you stop worshiping hard work and start building leverage, wealth becomes not just possible, not just likely, but inevitable. If this message opened your eyes today, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment below what form of leverage you want to start building. Because once you shift from effort to leverage, from labor to strategy, from exhaustion to elevation, your entire financial destiny begins to change. And today, right now, your shift has already started.